We're leaving this to go back live to the Senate. Majority Leader Harry Reid is speaking.
Grassley McCaskill resolution relative to secret holds, which is at the desk. A Udall of Colorado resolution regarding waiving the reading of an amendment, which is at the desk. SRES 8, Senator Harkin. SRES 10, Senator Udall of New Mexico, with a substitute amendment, which is at the desk. And SRES 21, Merkley, with a substitute amendment, which is at the desk. That there be up to 8 hours of debate equally divided between the two leaders or the designees for the purpose of debating these resolutions concurrently. That upon the use or yielding back of the time, the substitute amendment, SRES 10, be agreed to, and the substitute amendment to SRES 21 be agreed to. The Senate then proceed to vote in relation to the resolutions in the order listed above with no intervening action or debate. That the following resolutions be subject to a 60-vote threshold for adoption. Wyden-Grassley McCaskill resolution and Udall of Colorado resolution. That the following remaining resolution be subject to a threshold of 2/3 of those voting for adoption. SRES 8, SRES 10 as amended, SRES 21 as amended. That there be no amendments, motions, or points of order in order to any of these resolutions prior to the vote in relation to the resolution except for the substitute amendment to SRES 10 and SRES 21 listed above. Further, that if a resolution fails to achieve the listed threshold for adoption, it will return to its previous status.
Without objection, so ordered.
Madam President, I have had a number of conversations this evening with my counterpart, the Republican leader. We, on this side, have a conference scheduled, caucus tomorrow at 12:30. So do the Republicans. These votes are all going to occur after we finish our caucuses anyway. So there's not going to be no votes in the morning. The debate will start in the morning we're going to come in at 10 o'clock. There will be no morning business. It's been suggested we come at 10:30 because of inclement weather, and that's fine. There will be no morning business in the morning, and then we'll go immediately to these matters set forth in this order that's now before the Senate. The weather reports are that there's going to be sun shining tomorrow. It'll be cold, and we know the streets are bad. But as I've indicated, we're not going to have the votes until tomorrow afternoon. So we hope it'll all work out. Senator McConnell and I will visit this again if anything untoward comes. We know that it would be better if we didn't have this bad weather, but we're not all fortunate enough to live in southern Nevada. Sometimes bad weather does come. And that being the case, Madam President, we have been out of session now for several weeks. We have this organizational stuff that we have to get out of the way so we can start having matters reported out of our committees. So as inconvenient as it is for everyone, we need to move forward. As in executive session, I ask consent that the injunction of secrecy be removed from the following treaty transmitted to the Senate on January 26th of this year by President Obama. Protocol amending tax convention with Swiss Confederation, which is document number 112-1. I further ask that the treaty be considered as having been read the first time, that it be referred with accompanying papers to the Committee on Foreign Relations in order to be printed, and that the President's message be printed in the record.
Without objection.
I ask unanimous consent that when the Senate completes its business day, it adjourn until 10:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, January 27th. The following the prayer and the pledge journal proceedings be approved to date. The morning hour be deemed expired. The time for the two leaders be reserved for the use later in the day, and that the Senate proceed to consideration of the rules change resolutions as provided for under the previous order. Finally, I ask the Senate recess from 12:30 until 2:15 p.m. to allow for the caucus meetings that I've already indicated were going to take place.
Without objection.
If all the time is used, senators should expect a series of roll call votes tomorrow night, about 7 o'clock. We hope that a lot of this time can be yielded back, but we'll just have to wait and see. Those votes will be in relation to the series of resolutions to change the Senate rules that we've talked about earlier this evening. If there's no further business to come before the Senate, I ask that it adjourn under the previous order and under the provision of SRES 14 as a further mark of respect for the victims and heroes of the tragedy in Tucson, Arizona.
The Senate stands adjourned until Thursday, January 27th at 10:30 a.m. and pursuant to Senate Resolution 14 does so as a further mark of respect to the victims of the Tucson attack.
So the Senate coming back in tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We heard Majority Leader